If everything breaks tomorrow, power, fuel, food distribution, logistics America doesn't collapse all at once. Some regions will fall fast. Others won't. They won't riot. They won't implode. They won't spiral into chaos. They will stabilize. This isn't because people behave better or because governments react faster. It's because geography and infrastructure physically slow collapse down. In this video, you're going to see America's natural safe zones, the regions where systems fail slower, movement drops, pressure decreases, and order can still work when everything else is broken. This isn't about fear or prepping for the end of the world. It's about understanding where collapse loses momentum. And once you see the map, you'll understand why survival is never random. Collapse doesn't spread like panic. It spreads like physics. It follows specific pathways: fuel corridors, water systems, power grids, transportation networks, and population pressure. Where systems are dense and highly interdependent, failure accelerates. Think of a domino chain set up close together. But where systems are sparse and isolated, failure slows down. That's the one rule most people miss. Collapse isn't just about severity. It's about speed. And the regions that can slow collapse down gain something absolutely priceless: time. So what makes a real safe zone? It's not a bunker, it's not a military base, and it's definitely not about being in a rich area or a political stronghold. A true geographic safe zone has three core traits. First, limited access. This means few major highways, few primary entry points, and natural barriers like distance, mountains, or harsh climates. Second, low population density. Fewer people means less strain on resources. And third, low dependency. These are areas that don't rely on constant, massive inflows of fuel, food, and energy from hundreds or thousands of miles away. In these regions, you don't need strict control to maintain order. Movement slows down naturally. Pressure drops on its own. Order survives because the system isn't overwhelmed. When you map these characteristics across the United States, a clear pattern emerges. You see it in parts of the northern Rockies, the upper Midwest, and certain interior mountain regions. These places don't collapse quickly, not because they're immune to problems, but because they are structurally difficult to overwhelm. They have few easy access routes, they are far from megacities, and the population pressure is low to begin with. When a wave of chaos spreads outward from collapsing urban centers, these regions tend to deflect it instead of absorbing it. They don't need to build walls or use force. Their geography controls the flow for them. Now let's contrast that with high-density regions. Major transport hubs, coastal megacities, and corridors that are heavily dependent on a constant flow of fuel. When systems fail in these places, the opposite happens. Movement spikes as people try to leave. Supply chains overload instantly. The pressure compounds and collapse accelerates, not instantly, but predictably. It's not that people in these areas are less intelligent or less prepared. It's that their environment lacks structural breathing room. Think about the timeline. In the first 72 hours, people start to move. In the first week, official restrictions on travel and resources start appearing. By the first month, the line between stable regions and chaotic ones becomes brutally clear. And by then, geography has already shaped the outcome. Not morality, not politics, and not preparation alone, but position. Again, this isn't about predicting doom. It's about understanding the systems we live in. Because when everything breaks, survival isn't a random lottery. It's geographic. If this analysis helped you see the map a little differently, consider subscribing. This channel is dedicated to showing where systems fail, where they hold, and where survival becomes possible. Now, I have a question for you. If the system failed tomorrow, would your geography protect you, or would it force you to move? Let me know your region in the comments. Thanks for watching. This is Zero Hour Atlas. We don't predict doom. We map what survives.